Widely regarded as one of the best players of all time, Argentina legend Diego Maradona dies at the age of 60. He underwent brain surgery at the start of November this year, and his lawyers said he would continue to be treated for alcohol dependency. The 1996 World Cup winner had an emergency operation for a subdural hematoma, which is an accumulation of blood between. The World Football Governing Body, FIFA, has revealed the candidates shortlisted for 7 of the individual trophies that will be presented at the Best FIFA Football Award ceremony. Shortlisted for the Best FIFA Men's Player for 2020, the nomination for 7 individual trophies was released on Wednesday, with a ceremony stated for the 17th of December. Quique Setien is suing Barcelona for breach of contract as the former Blaugrana boss insists that the club have not paid him the agreed amount since his dismissal in the summer. He was sacked following the 8-2 demolition against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, but his exit has been a messy process. Catalonian radio have reported that Setien isn't satisfied with the amount that Barcelona paid him in compensation, and he is willing to go to the end in a legal battle. Barcelona will have to pay a €3,000 fine after Lionel Messi paid tribute to Diego Maradona by celebrating in the newest Old Boy shirt on Sunday. Messi celebrated his powerful strike from outside the box against Osasuna by taking off Barcelona blue and burgundy strip to reveal the red and black for Newell's. Diego Maradona, who died last week at age 60, played for Newell's at the end of his glittering career, and Lionel Messi wore the same shirt at the start of his, making it a fitting tribute. Messi also blew a kiss with both hands to the sky as he looked upward, but the touching tribute was against the rules of the Royal Spanish Football Federation, who are now poised to find a club for Messi's celebration. Mauricio Pochettino is in pole position to become the next manager of Paris Saint-Germain according to Sky Italy. Discussions with the former Tottenham, Southampton and Espanyol boards are at an advanced stage, and it is now about trying to reach a total agreement between parties. Thomas Tuchel was sacked by PSG on Thursday, 4 months after taking them to the Champions League final. Pochettino, dismissed by Spurs in November 2019, is set to beat Thiago Motta, with whom the PSG has had contact in recent days. Diego Costa has officially left Atletico Madrid as a free agent following termination of his contract. The statement was released on Tuesday morning, which confirmed that the striker had requested his release and the club had agreed. Europe's best clubs have learned who they will be facing in the new year. Europe's biggest clubs have learned their fate in the knockout stages of the Champions League after the round of 16 draw was made in Nyon, Switzerland. Standout ties include a meeting of Atalanta, last season's surprise quarter-finalist, and Real Madrid, Chelsea being drawn with Atletico Madrid, and a reunion between Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain 4 years on from La Remontada, when the Spanish side overcame a 4-goal first-leg deficit to advance to the quarter-finals. Meanwhile, the Europa League threw up a string of fascinating ties with Spanish league leaders Real Sociedad drawn against Manchester United, Red Bull Salzburg pitted against Villarreal, and Arsenal due to face Benfica. Lionel Messi must take a pay cut or he will have to leave Barcelona next summer, according to one of the presidential candidates in the club's upcoming election. Amid the threat of legal action from the club, Messi decided to stay put, but his contract is up for renewal next summer and he will be able to talk to foreign clubs about a move from January. Messi's future has been the subject of heavy speculation ever since he handed in a formal transfer request last summer in the wake of Barcelona's humiliating Champions League defeat by Bayern Munich. Manchester City are believed to still be interested in reuniting Messi with Pep Guardiola in England, while Paris Saint-Germain will be keen on bringing him into a front three with Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. There is also the possibility that he stays and finishes his career at the Nou Camp, but any talks of a new deal are reportedly going to be put on hold until the presidential elections are held next month. Candidate South Korean men's national football captain Song Heung-min has been named the country's best player of the year for a record 5th time. The Korea Football Association, abbreviated KFA, announced yesterday the 15th of December that Son, the attacking stalwart for Tottenham Hotspur, was voted the male player for the year 2020. Ronald Koeman has denied suggestions about problems between players behind the scenes at the club. Reports in Spain earlier this week claimed the Camp Nou dressing room was split over the Dutchman's behavior towards midfielder Riqui Puig. Claims in Spanish outlet El País alleged that Koeman accused the 21-year-old for leaking information in front of the entire squad, but the former Everton and Southampton boss insists there is unity rather than disharmony among the squad. Thiago Mendes and his family have been subjected to death threats on social media after his tackle left Paris Saint-Germain star Neymar with an ankle injury. Despite confirmation that Neymar hasn't broken any bones and the injury isn't as bad as first feared, his countryman Mendes has received vitriolic abuse from fans of both PSG and the Brazil international online. Mendes' wife Kelly spoke to C News this week, reciting some of the abuse that she and her partner have received. One read, "For your boyfriend's actions, if anything happens to Neymar, you will pay with your life, you and your family, one by one." In the aftermath of the tackle, which saw a VAR review resulting in a red card for Mendes, Neymar went straight for scans, and it has since been confirmed that he has suffered a sprain and could be back after the Ligue 1 winter break. Mendes, meanwhile, has been left fearing for his family's safety after the match, with his partner confirming that they have called in police to help assist the threat. Borussia Dortmund have confirmed Lucien Favre's departure. Favre was appointed Dortmund boss in May 2018 and led the club to back-to-back second-place finishes in the Bundesliga. The Westfalenstadion club has started the season poorly and find themselves fifth in the league with just 6 wins from their opening 11 games, leaving them 5 points adrift of league leaders Bayern Munich. Dortmund suffered a humiliating defeat in their most recent outing, losing 5-1 at home to Stuttgart, who won promotion to the Bundesliga last season. Club chiefs had seen enough from Favre after the run of 1 win in 5 games and sacked Favre on Sunday morning. It has emerged that in the build-up to Barcelona's presentation game against Elche in the Joan Gamper Trophy in September, Ronald Koeman accused Riqui Puig of leaking information to the press. The leaked conversation regards Koeman's recommendation that Riqui Puig sort out a loan move for himself this season, as first-team opportunities would be limited. This is according to El País journalist Juan Irigoyen, who claims Koeman was not too happy with the leak and confronted Puig in the dressing room in front of the rest of the squad. "You are a mole," Koeman is alleged to have said. The squad is said to be divided on this issue, but a large number of the group support the coach as they weren't happy with Riqui Puig's attitude and felt that he needed Putin in his place. Puig hasn't had an easy time of it trying to make inroads into the Barcelona first team. Ajax footballer Quincy Promes has been arrested after alleged involvement in a serious stabbing incident in Amsterdam, according to reports in the Netherlands. The 28-year-old is said to have been taken into custody on Sunday morning regarding the reported assault which took place in June at a family gathering. The Telegraph claimed that Promes was arrested on suspicion of assault, which resulted in serious injuries to a family member. Borussia Dortmund and Norway striker Erling Haaland has received the 2020 Golden Boy Award as most promising young player in the world. The trophy is handed out by newspaper Tuttosport after an intensive voting process, including a panel of global experts, to the player under the age of 21 who is most likely to break out and become a star. Haaland is only 20 years old, but already earned a €20 million transfer from RB Salzburg to Borussia Dortmund in January. Despite the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, the Best FIFA Football Awards 2020 are still taking place as they honor those from the 2019-2020 season. Bayern and Polish striker Robert Lewandowski unsurprisingly win the Best FIFA Men's Player ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, as England defender Lucy Bronze wins the Best FIFA Women's Player. Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp wins the Best FIFA Men's Coach ahead of Marcelo Bielsa of Leeds United and Hansi-Dieter Flick of Bayern, as Dutch national team coach Sarina Wiegman wins the Best FIFA Women's Coach. For the FIFA Puskas Award, Tottenham star Son Heung-min won it with a breathtaking goal against Burnley. The Best FIFA Men's Goalkeeper was given to Germany and Bayern goalkeeper Manuel Neuer ahead of Alisson Becker of Liverpool and Jan Oblak of Atletico Madrid. Meanwhile, France and Lyon goalkeeper Sarah Bouhaddi won the Best FIFA Women's Goalkeeper. The FIFA Fair Play Award went to Matia Agnes. Meanwhile, the FIFA Fan Award went to Marivaldo Francisco da Silva. Hello guys, and welcome again to another episode of Football Roundup, where we give you the freshest update on football from every angle of the planet. Yeah. Arsenal plan to back Arteta with funds to save club from relegation battle. Liverpool and club win at BBC Sport Personality Award. Isco pushing for January Real Madrid exit. Mourinho slams Premier League officials for double standards over touchline antics. And before we move ahead to have an in-depth view of what made news of the day, guys, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and we are good to go. Arsenal will back Mikel Arteta in the January transfer market due to fears the club is sliding into a relegation battle. But the under-fire boss is fighting to quell emerging disquiet from members of his squad amid the club's dreadful season thus far. After an encouraging draw against Southampton in midweek, the pressure on Arteta intensified on Saturday as his team lost to Everton. In the short term, at least, the Arsenal hierarchy are unequivocally backing the Spaniard despite their alarming slide down the table. Funds will be made available to Arteta to strengthen the team when the transfer window reopens, with a creative midfielder a priority for the Gunners. But there are growing concerns that a number of discontented players within the playing group are posing further problems for the Spaniard that run deeper than the difficulties he is having to cope with on the pitch. The vast majority of the squad remain fully behind Arteta and believe some of the problems he has faced are inevitable for a team in transition. But sources claim the more disaffected members of the squad are causing. Jurgen Klopp has been named Coach of the Year and Liverpool Team of the Year at the BBC Sports Personality of the Year show. It has been a memorable 12 months for the Reds after they ended the 30-year wait for a league title in the summer. Club side won their first ever Premier League title after a staggering campaign that saw them collect 99 points, losing just 3 matches. Isco played no role in the game at the Ipurua against Eibar through injury, with Real Madrid insisting that the midfielder can only leave with a sufficiently acceptable offer. It's no secret that Isco sees himself playing his football away from Real Madrid. And just 2 years ago against Eibar, Isco's issues with then coach Santi Solari became apparent, with things possibly coming full circle in January when the winter transfer market opens its doors. A complicated relationship with manager Zinedine Zidane and not getting the playing time the player feels he deserves. The creative midfielder has expressed his desire for his departure to Real Madrid. The situation, however, is complex, with no offers at present arriving for the player's services, despite the club's desire not to hold his interest back, with his current deal expiring in June 2022. However, Madrid are not prepared to undersell the creative player or let him leave on a loan move, with the coronavirus pandemic impacting greatly on current market value, with clubs tightening purse strings. Cristiano Ronaldo is the best league scorer of 2020 with 33 goals in Serie A, but Robert Lewandowski has 45 goals in all competitions, while the Juventus striker has 41. Both the Portuguese and the Poland striker scored a brace yesterday. Ronaldo's 2 goals helped Juve to seal a 4-0 away win at Parma. The Juventus striker has now 33 goals in 2020, one more than Lewandowski, who can't reach Ronaldo on top of the rankings as Bayern Munich won't play any other game in 2020. Barcelona are ready to sell Philippe Coutinho and have set a transfer deadline for one to be completed. It will come as good news to a club such as Arsenal, who are desperate for a player with creativity. That was the verdict from technical director Edu, who tried to sign Coutinho in the summer. Barcelona had no interest in letting the Brazilian go at the time. The playmaker had just helped Bayern Munich win the Champions League on loan, and Ronald Koeman wanted to give him a chance. But it has not quite worked out for the ex-Liverpool star, who has just scored twice in La Liga. Marcus Rashford has highlighted the influence of his mother and deep bond with Manchester United after being honored by the Sport Journalists Association British Sports Award. Rashford's campaign to end child poverty has seen the accolades come thick and fast in 2020 and led to him becoming one of the most recognizable athletes in Britain. The 23-year-old England striker was awarded an NBE in October and has been named as an SJA Sport for Social Change winner alongside Lou Macari, Ebony Rainford Brent and Don's Local Action Group. Manchester-born Rashford began playing football for Fletcher Moss Rangers at the age of 5 before joining United. Rashford scored twice on his senior debut at the age of 18 and now has 77 goals in 232 United appearances. Kylian Mbappe keeps making history. His penalty against Istanbul Başakşehir in the Champions League group stage. He also scored a 5th goal in his side's romp over the Turks, meant he broke a record held by Lionel Messi. And the landmark was that at 21 years and 355 days, he became the youngest player to score in the competition. Messi was 22 and 266 days when he achieved that feat, and before him, Real Madrid Raul Gonzalez was 22 and 297 days. His 2 goals against Başakşehir brought to an end a disappointing run for the young forward, having previously gone 9 games without a goal in the competition. Unfortunately for Mbappe, his record doesn't look likely to last for long. 20-year-old Erling Haaland is already on 16 goals in just 12 Champions League appearances, and if he carries on scoring at that rate, he could put the record out of sight. Mikel Arteta will succeed at Arsenal, says Chief Executive Vinay Venkatesham. Arteta has come under increasing pressure following the North London's club slide down the table, with Arsenal languishing in 15th after losing 5 of their last 7 league games. Their worst start to a season since 1991-92. Lionel Messi's desire to leave Barcelona last summer received global attention, and his most likely destination if he had got his way was Manchester City. Yet it appears as though Pep Guardiola's team would not be pursuing the Argentine star next year. With his contract set to expire next summer and clearly disgruntled at the current state of the club, a reunion with his former boss Pep Guardiola seemed likely, even after when he decided to stay another season. Yet, Sky Sport reports Man City will not go for Messi in the summer of 2021 due to his high wages and age. Messi turns 34 next year, and despite clearly not losing his ability, the citizens are put off by the financial package required to land the player coming to the end of his career. After a goalless draw away at Leeds United on Sunday, as Naz Pepe and Ejan Alioski for Leeds suffered racist abuse and death threats from some fans on social media. They were both victims of disgraceful abuse online, and once again a number of idiotic fans turned to disgusting abuse while venting their frustrations. And of course, Arsenal and Leeds United have decided to take legal action after such an insensible. Real Madrid attacking midfielder Isco is ready to leave Madrid in January after falling out of favor for the boss Zinedine Zidane. Isco has struggled a lot for game time this campaign after making just 2 starts in the league so far and none in the Champions League. Real Madrid, however, are yet to receive offers for Isco, as the player's father informed Madrid of his son's wish to leave but did not present any offer. Isco's contract ends in 2022 and has a release clause of 700 million. FIFA sidelines the president of the African Football Federation, commonly known as CAF, with a 5-year ban over financial misconduct. The ban was announced during the Madagascar official campaign to be re-elected for 4 more years as the head of the African soccer. Mayor of Naples, Luigi De Magistris, said Stade São Paulo will be named after Diego Maradona next week, as Serie A prepare homage in the 10th minute of match day 9. Maradona passed away on Wednesday due to a cardiac arrest, and Napoli mourns their legend in the home win against HNK Rijeka in the Europa League on Thursday. Napoli's historic stadium will now be renamed the Stadio San Paolo Maradona, and the mayor confirmed it will be official next week. The Lega Serie A and all the clubs will pay tribute to Maradona during match week 9 and officially announce a list of the initiatives, including black armbands and a minute of silence. During the minute of silence, an image of Maradona will be projected on the big screen, and where the Serie A TIM logo usually is, the message Ciao Diego will be projected. However, there will also be a commemoration in the 10th minute of every game. From the 10th minute of each game in Serie A match week 9, the image of Diego Armando Maradona will again be projected on the giant screens of the stadiums for a final tribute that will last 1 minute. Sergio Aguero's contract at Manchester City expires at the end of this season, and Pep Guardiola was asked about the player's future. Man City will not rush into a decision over Sergio Aguero as his contract runs down. With the club having successfully sorted Pep's future, more attention moves to their record goal scorer, whose current deal also runs out at the end of this season. Finding a successor for the 32-year-old Aguero is the biggest outstanding priority for Manchester City, and is expected to be the focus of the upcoming transfer window. But whether or not Aguero will stay beyond the summer has not been decided yet. City's manager has always said that the star striker will decide when he leaves the Etihad, as club greats including David Silva and Vincent Kompany have done recently. There is also a desire to get Aguero back to his best though, with the forward missing 5 months with knee injury picked up in June. That is still causing the coaching staff enough concern to want to ease rather than rush him back into the team. Some Premier League clubs are already preparing for fans' return to the stadium. Liverpool, for instance, are to restrict ticket allocation to club's home Premier League match against Wolves on December 6 to supporters within the region. However, fans are encouraged to take a coronavirus test ahead of the game against Wolves for Liverpool, with a nearby mass test centre to remain open on match day, as they plan for 2,000 fans to be let in. Tottenham as well plans for fans to attend the North London derby against Arsenal next month. The club said they will run a ballot of ticket holders and executive members in order to allocate the tickets. Arsenal will become the first Premier League team to welcome fans back into their stadium when they host Rapid Vienna in the Europa League next Thursday. The first Premier League fixture to welcome fans could be West Ham's home fixture against Manchester United at the London Stadium on 5th December, before Chelsea take on Leeds later that day. Some of the other few Premier League clubs that plan to bring fans back to the stadium include Brighton and Everton. A lot have been happening lately at the Barcelona camp as elections draw closer, as Juan Laporta and Emily Ronson have become the latest names to join the list of candidates in Barca's presidential election. The aforementioned two now join Victor Font, Toni Freixeira, Augusto Benedito, Jordi Farre, Javi Villajuana, Luis Fernandez-Alá, and Pierre Herrera in contention. The signature collection process is expected to begin on Christmas Day, and around January 10th, they have to present themselves to the club, needing 2,257 signatures to be confirmed candidates. Voting is on January 24, 2021. Until January 24th, everyone will be presenting their projects, and a lot of big names will feature in the campaign. One of those is Xavi Hernandez, the former Barcelona midfielder, who is the preferred coaching choice for a number of the presidential candidates. It's unlikely that the candidates will talk about player signing. Firstly, because the January transfer window is difficult, and secondly, due to the club's economic situation. Despite this, Eric Garcia, Erling Haaland, and Neymar's name have already appeared. One of the candidates, Rosald, has said he would like to sign the Brazilian. And concerning Messi's continuity in the club, the candidates have to convince him to stay. Man City have this in mind, and they might have even signed the Argentine to a pre-contract agreement before the elections take place. Messi, however, is in favor of waiting for the new president before making a decision. And lastly, not the least, Ronald Koeman's position will also be discussed. Toni Freixeira has already said he will count on the Dutchman if he is elected, but Victor Font hinted that he would have someone else, namely Xavi, in mind. The role of coach as well as sporting director is a position that is... Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and please don't forget to comment, like, and most especially subscribe to always ensure updated news in the world of football comes to you.